everyone, so we're going to go through a C-section friendly workout today. This is meant to be in the earlier stages of recovering from your C-section, from anywhere from 4 to 6 or even beyond. If this is your first time getting back into fitness post C-section, we're going to go through some mobility exercises in the beginning that'll hopefully really feel good on that C-section scar, and then we're also going to go into some strength exercises as well. These are some of the exercises that I've used personally after all 3 of my C-sections, and it starts to help you reconnect to your body and try to get rid of some of those aches and pains that you might feel from your C-section in the upper back. And we're going to start working on a little bit of glutes and core to get those muscles back on board to help you feel a little bit more supported in your body. So we're going to start on our back. Our feet are going to be bent. Our feet are flat and our knees are bent. We're going to start with just some wipers. So we're going to just go side to side here and just kind of letting your knees fall side to side while you keep a slight bend in them. Your low back can come up, and that's okay if it starts to fall off or come off the floor. And it's not a big deal if you don't feel your knees touch the floor. We're just kind of working a little bit of mobility in the hips here. We're going to take this up to a seated position next. We're going to hold it on one side and kind of just settle in here. Feel the stretch on the outside of your hip. Take a deep breath. Maybe rub your hand around your scar just gently. Okay, making sure we're only doing that when the scar is healed. So hopefully around 6 weeks that scar starts to feel healed, and you can start gently massaging onto that scar. Take it over to the other side here. So we're in a little bit of a lengthened state through that scar. And like I said, you can just gently start to push into above the scar and kind of work some of that tissue. A little bit of mobility there. Good, and then we're gonna take it back up to seated. So slowly curling yourself up. And we're gonna do the same thing just from here, okay? So now I'm gonna drop my knees side to side here. So the knees stay bent, and I'm just dropping, trying to get the knees to the floor now on this side, on this position. So we're working some internal and external rotation of the hips. And we're also gonna take a stretch here. So now I'm gonna reach up and across, and then come back down and we'll go over to the other side. So my knees stay on the side, reach up and across, breathe, and then exhale back. So a couple more. Reach up and across, feel that big stretch all in the torso and the side body. Inhale in through your nose, exhale it out. Good, let's get one more per side. So big inhale, reach, breathe into that space, exhale it down, switch. Same thing, big inhale, reach, exhale it down, awesome. Now we're gonna take it into a half kneeling. So I'm gonna have one knee down and one foot up. So in this half kneeling position, I'm making sure my foot's under my knee and my hips right over my knee here. And I'm gonna do a couple pelvic tilts to start. So I'm gonna stick my butt out and then I'm gonna tuck it under, okay? So I'm sticking my butt into an anterior tilt and then I'm tucking, squeezing that butt, feeling the hip flexor. So a couple more here. Good, knowing how to move into this anterior position, lengthen, and then exhale as you come under, posteriorly tilting that tailbone. So we're gonna hold that posterior tilt, and I'm gonna reach my hips forward and then back. So I'm just gently shifting forward and then come back. You're gonna feel the stretch on this hip flexor here. We're keeping that little posterior tilt, shift it back, and I'm gonna hold it forward and out of reach. So I'm keeping that shift, and I'm gonna reach my arm up and across, and just feel a big stretch all on this side here. Take a nice inhale into the side, exhale side out. Good, keep that tuck. Inhale, exhale side out. One more big inhale, exhale as you side out. We're gonna reach it back and then circle this arm around. So reaching this arm up, keeping that slight tuck and tilting my arm, breathing the legs chest up. Feel the stretch on the inner thigh. Good, we're gonna hold the next one back. We're gonna do a couple cat-cows. So we're gonna ground the back, and exhale, let it go. Inhale, round. Exhale, let it go. Hold whatever feels more good for you. Back up and twist. So let's go to the side here. Back, and step forward. Hold it if you reach, opposite arm and leg reaches open, and then we come back to center. We're gonna alternate sides. So I'm thinking about just lengthening through that opposite arm and leg, big reach. As I reach, I'm making sure that my pelvis isn't tipping forward. I'm keeping a nice flat back and just getting long. So you can inhale as you reach, and then bring it back. Good. So just a little bit of core connection here as we reach and extend, stabilizing on one hip. Bring it back. Good. Let's get one more on each side. Last one. Good. And then bring it back. We're coming onto our side. We're going to lift up into a little bit of a side plank. We're going to do some glute too. So side plank requires a lot of oblique work, and then we're going to do a clamshell at the top for some glutes. So I'm going to take an inhale to prepare, and I'm going to take an exhale. Engage the deep core, lift up. We're going to lift open the clam, and then come back down. Good. So I'm exhaling, lift open that top knee, and then come back down. So when I open this top knee, I'm making sure that my hips stay square ahead, and I'm not opening up towards the ceiling. So we don't want to rock back into that clam. Keep your head back. Exhale as we come out. You're going to feel the bottom glute too, some obliques. We got two more. Nice and controlled. Good. Last one. Good. Keep that core just slightly engaged. And we'll come over to the other side. So elbows right underneath that shoulder when we get set up. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Engage deep core, lift, and open and clamming on this side. Back down. Exhale up. Out through your mouth. Good. So we're working a little bit of core, glutes here too. All important in recovering postpartum, especially after C-section. We want to support the muscles around that pelvis. Good. One more here. Awesome. And then we're going to take it onto our back. So we're going to do a little cross hold, okay? So we're going to do some cross core connection, which is important when recovering from a C-section. We want those muscles to think about coming back together, okay? We were cut open here, so we want to try to get some cross connection in core, and that's going to help if you have any, a little bit of diastasis recti or anything like that. So when I'm thinking about coming across, I'm thinking about exhaling and bringing the abs together, okay? So I'm going to take my opposite hand, push it into that knee. We're going to lift the other knee up into this hovered position. So this is very taxing on the core, okay? So we're making sure that we keep the core engaged the whole time. And I'm pushing my hand into this knee. What we're going to do with this leg, I'm just going to drop it down, nice and controlled, and then exhale, bring it up. So when I drop it down, I want to make sure I'm not arching like this, right? We want to try to keep that core connected the whole time, and don't let the pelvis tip forward. That's a big tip with all of our core exercises that we do on our back and on our hands and knees. We're making sure the pelvis isn't tipping forward, okay? So we're controlling the leg lower, keeping our transverse abdominis turned on, exhaling as we lift. Two more. Good, last one. drop it down. All right, so we're gonna go into the other side here. We're lifting up both knees, pushing this hand into the knee, keeping this core engaged here. My low back stays pretty flat against the ground. We're gonna inhale, lower that leg, exhale, back up. Inhale it down. Good. Keep pushing pressure into that knee. Low back stays pretty flat against the ground here. This is rebuilding that core strength. Feeling the hip flexors as well. One more. Good. Tuck your knees into your chest. So that position in that hands and knees position can be pretty taxing on the core. Like I said, when we have the knees up, we're working the cross connection by putting my hand into the knee and pushing into that core, and then working the opposite side. So that is a big exercise to try to progress to try to get more reps in. For now, we're just doing 6 because we're just kind of working back into that pattern, strengthening the core again. All right, we're coming back under our hands and knees. We're gonna do that again. So let's come on our hands and knees. We're going into that bird dog. So a little bit of core connection. Keep the weight shifted forward. Opposite arm and leg reaches, and then bring it back. Making sure you're not shifting too much into the opposite hip. Stabilizing on that knee. Big reach. Good. I'm just thinking about getting that leg nice and long. Working one side of the body at a time. Good. Stabilizing in those hips. Breathing through out. Just get long and then bring it back. Good. We got a couple more. Good. Nice and long neck. Last one here. Big reach. Bring it back. Awesome. All right. Let's come on to our side. We're going to do that side plank to the clam again. So knees come out in front. We're going to take the hip flexors out of it when we do that. Elbows right underneath the shoulder. Exhale. Lift and open that clam. Good. Come on back down. Exhale. Lift. Good. So we're going to feel little leaps here. Get those sides of firing. Glutes on both sides. We're going to feel this one. Good. Nice and controlled. Good. We got one more. Exhale as you come up. Lift. And lower it back down. All right. Other side. Coming into that side plank with the clam again. Elbow under your shoulder. Get yourself set. Big inhale. Exhale, engage that deep core as you lift up. So you can reset your core every time when you come down from that side plank. The goal is to try to keep the core engaged the whole time we're up into the side plank, but that's a couple weeks down the line. We're just working on reconnecting to that core here. Every time we lift up, we're exhaling and lifting and open. 2 more. Nice and controlled. Awesome. And then take it onto our back. We're going into that cross hold again. So if you need to, we can always keep this cross hold here and just lift and lower it down and reset. Okay, so I'm resetting my breath every time I come back down. If you can't come into that tabletop, we're going to try to work that tabletop. Okay, so really making sure that this low back stays pushed into the ground. My glutes are relaxed though, okay? So I'm doing that posterior tilt, but I'm keeping my glutes relaxed so my low back is flat to the ground and my core is turned on. Transverse is engaged. I lift up both knees. We hold this position. Opposite hand to knee pushes in to feel that cross connection. Inhale down, exhale up. Good. Keep that connection. Keep pushing into your hand. Keep that low back flat. Do not let it arch up. If it does, just rest and reset and come back and join me. 2 more. Last one. Good, rest. All right, let's take it to the other side. So get that low back flat into the ground. Exhale, engage the knee core as we lift the knees to hover. Opposite hand to knee, push into that knee. Inhale, lower, exhale. Good, the farther away you take your foot, the harder it's gonna be as you drop it down. Good, we got 2 more. Last one. Awesome, tuck your knees into your chest and then drop them to one side. You're gonna give a little bit of a spinal twist here. So just take this as what feels good for you, okay? Don't feel like you have to open up too much, but this is gonna feel nice. Twist in the torso, opening up that chest, feeling a little bit of that stretch in the start, working the mobility a little bit while we breathe. 4. Exhale. Breathe into this pose. Exhale. Bring the knees back up to center and switch sides. So drop the knee to the side, but opening up this arm just what you can. Breathe. Big inhale. Exhale. One more. Good. Push yourself up to this position from here. Slowly roll over, and you are all set. Thank you for joining me today on this C-section postpartum workout, and I hope that this mobility and strengthening small exercises help to make you feel a little bit more supported in your core.